Hey, greetings of the day. Myself, part of global academic team of GMP. Thanks to principal and vice principal and the entire academic team of Ramaya Medical College for giving me an opportunity to be part of this workshop. Special thanks to Professor Dr. Nandakumar and Dr. Rathai Raj Gopal for coordinating all these activities. So, part of global academic team, and we're going to take you through statistical discovery. This will be a first session, a hands-on workshop using JMP. So here is the plan for today. And this will be the first session. So we're going to have a follow-up session somewhere next week. So we're going to understand uh, what are the scales, and we'll give you before that a small introduction to JMP software, and then we'll onboard the data from different sources like Excel, PDF, and other copy paste, all those things. And then we'll take you through data visualization. We'll build a couple of graphs, plots, charts, and interactive visualization. And I will try to cover descriptive statistics, bit of distribution, bootstrapping, and how do you test whether data is normally distributed or not. And that's the overall plan for today. In coming sessions, we'll have extension of the topics where we're going to do a little bit of test of hypothesis, bivariate analysis, factor analysis, ANOVA, MANOVA, one factor, two factor, and then relative risk. That's something which is planned for the session 2. So the session 1 includes scales, introduction to JUMP, and then data onboarding, bit of data visualization, and basic descriptive statistics and test of hypothesis, including bootstrapping. So a few requests. I know some of you are online, attending online. Some of you are here in person. So please mute your microphones and video unless you have a question or doubt to ask. Always keep your system volume high enough so that you can hear me crystal clear. So it's going to be hands-on session, as I said. So please cooperate. Do while I show you in Jump. And you can also log in through multiple system as you follow. So ask me question. Okay. At any point of time, if you have a doubt, please do ask me questions. So you can use the chat window if you have any other questions as well. In case if I get dropped off due to bandwidth issue, so we will dial in again. So this will be my first slide. I always keep saying to myself as well. So we not everyone is a statistician, and you being doctors, and you will have a strong inclination towards mathematics, but you would have not done anything from a graduation perspective on the statistics. But it doesn't stop us in thinking like statisticians. So I flipped this particular concept from one of the authors, where he calls it as Yoda approach. You are the person who will be doing the analysis, and objectives are very important. What is the overall goal you're trying to achieve using your data analysis, and your data, how good your data, quality of the data. And that's the important component. Data in, the quality in, quality out, and a garbage in, garbage out. We always say that. So how good your data is it robust enough to cover your objective? Have you collected any data which is not at all required? At the same time, have you missed any of the data which is required to achieve your objectives? Think from that perspective, and then make some assumptions. Hypotheses are very important. It's called educated guess, and then analysis followed by interpretations and recommendations. So keep in mind, we are not statisticians, but it doesn't stop thinking like a statistician. And with the help of tool like Jump, it's easy to perform any kind of statistical data analysis. Well, I say that statistical thinking is no more a specialized skill in this world. It's just an essential skill, and you should not get handicapped without statistical knowledge. So these workshops are curated in such a way that you get hands-on experience while working with a statistical tool or a discovery tool like Jump. Okay, so to start with, I'm going to take a couple of minutes on explaining the scales. It's very important that you understand what is the measurement scale. When you collect a lot of data, or else you have a lot of data, your machines produce a lot of data. Try to understand what kind of variable they are. So the first thing is the nominal variable. You have gender, blood type, instrument kind, test, results, married, positive or negative, paid or default. So it's just a nominal variable. The values belong to categories. And I know where I can say A positive blood is better than B negative blood. No, you cannot compare in that way. So what are the arithmetic things you can do or the mathematical things you can carry out using nominal data? You can count, can do frequencies, proportions. I can always say 45% of the population here is male and 55 is female. So I can do only proportions. From a visualization, I can create a table, I can create bar charts, I can create pie charts. So basic visualizations I can do. Percentage, proportions, those are the things. That's a nominal. So in jump language, it is represented by red color. Keep that in mind. So red nominal variable. And then comes ordinal variable. Ordinal variable is an extension of nominal variable where the data is in an orderly manner. So for example, your disease progression, okay, low risk, medium risk, high risk. I can always say that high risk is high compared to medium. So I can compare them, okay, risk levels, disease stages, sizes, letter grades, month. So these are also represented by character. February comes before March. I can do that comparison. Medium comes before large. Can always do that. I've taken an example here, medical healthy, um, steatosis, inflammation, fibrosis. Okay, so you can see, start looking at different stages, and this is an ordinal variable. From a jump perspective, you can observe it as a green colored one, right? And what are the statistical or mathematical operations you can do? You can do counts, you can do frequencies, percentages, or else you can put mean, median, mode, interquartile range. Those are the things which you can calculate. Then comes the continuous variable, height, weight. So this variables can take any value on the number line from minus infinity to plus infinity. So blood pressure, time, satisfaction, agreement scales, if you're doing any kind of research, height, weight, most of your variables are continuous variables, temperature. So it is a numerical data. For example, weight can vary from 56.6 to 35.2. That's what I mentioned here. From an arithmetic standpoint, you can count, uh, order, you can add, you can multiply, you can divide, you can square it. So lot many things you can do statistically and mathematically. Um, you can calculate mean, median, mode, measures of dispersion, etc. So you can create, you can perform lot many statistical operations if your variable is continuous. So just to summarize, you have nominal variables, which are character. You can hardly do any kind of arithmetic operations except that you can do count, frequencies, proportions, extension, ordinal, and then comes continuous. Just observe that it's a red color for nominal, ordinal is a green color, and blue is continuous. Just looking at those things, you can identify what kind of variable it is. The first thing is, if you define your variables properly in the beginning, almost all the analysis is clear and fixed. So jump takes care of all the analysis for you. So you need not worry. So you just define the variable well in the beginning. Just a small quiz for you. Just can you match the following? I'll give you a couple of seconds. Height, group, you have experimental and control group, and stage of the disease. I know that you have all guessed it right. Its height is a continuous variable. Group is a nominal variable, and stage of the disease, that's beginning, intermediate, and advanced, that's the ordinal variable. Okay, so moving ahead, let's onboard the data to jump, right? There are multiple ways. Before we get on to actually onboard the data, let's try to understand jump data table. This is how it looks like. So data table will have file name, and then a small table panel where you can save your scripts of your analysis. And then there is a column panel. That means it gives information about the columns or the variables. And then the rows panel means how many rows are there when you're doing analysis, how many are excluded, how many are selected, hidden, you can hide the rows. So all those things. And then comes the column name. Okay, so this is the column name here. This is where the column, the name of the variable, and this is all the data. Here is the data. So start with the file name. Okay. So this is the file name, and this is the table panel, and this is a red triangle. You can see that this is very powerful. We're going to learn about red triangle in future. And this is the columns. It gives information of the columns, and this is the row panel, and this is the data grid where your data lies. Okay, so this is how your data table looks like. So we discussed different types of variables in our in jump way, or else in statistics we call it as modeling types. How we are modeling the variable. You know that it is a nominal variable, ordinal variable, and continuous variable. But you can also have multiple responses, especially if you're doing a survey kind of data collection, and then unstructured text, where you'll have a lot of verbatims you collect from your patients data or customer data. So that becomes unstructured text. So that can also be part of jump. Okay, and you can have it vector, and you have the choice to define no modeling as well, no modeling type as well. So nominal, ordinal, continuous, multiple response, and unstructured text. So for us, these are the 5 modeling types which we are going to leverage in our coming analysis, right? So any questions at this point of time? We just define the variables and we look through the data table, right? Nominal, ordinal, and continuous. And you can have multiple responses, especially how many siblings you have, name of the siblings. So you'll have 2 siblings. That becomes a multiple response. Which color do you prefer? Which are the colors you prefer? So red and pink. So you'll have multiple responses. For example, in medical case, what are the symptoms, right? You will have headache as a symptom, toothache as a symptom. So that becomes a multiple response. So unstructured text is verbatim. Somebody gives you feedback or a review, that becomes an unstructured text. Okay, so moving ahead, let's get data into jump now. So there are multiple ways of getting data into jump. You can import data, you can copy paste data, you can enter data. Okay, all sorts of data can be imported, including PDF file. You can connect to database, you can connect to internet websites and Google spreadsheet. So we'll try to do a couple of them. We'll try to enter the data, we'll try to copy paste, and then we'll try to import some of the files, Excel files and PDF files. And that's the plan for today. Okay, so you have received a Excel spreadsheet with all the data, which has patient sample data, clinical trial, length of stay, HRT usage, smoker, so all these things. So we're going to use this data, okay, for importing and then doing a lot of analysis today. So before that, let's try this. The first thing is let's enter the data. Okay, so we're going to create a new data set. Think that you're starting your research now, and there is a patient ID, age, gender, height, weight, verbatim, and siblings age. So look at the PID. Patient ID is a nominal variable and it's a character C001. Age is a numeric variable. It's ordinal modeling type. I will call it as, it can be ordinal or else it can be continuous also. You can treat in whatever way it is. Gender, it's a nominal variable. Height is a continuous, weight is continuous, and verbatim. Unstructured text also. And then sibling age is a multiple response. So we'll first try to do data entry, or else creating a new jump data set by actually keying in the data. Okay, so this is how jump looks like. So it sits in the local desktop. I'm just opening the jump now. So you can click the shortcut which will be on there, your desktops. So if you look at this, this is how jump looks like. You're creating a new data table. Go to the file, new data table. So you'll get something like this. So we're trying to create a jump data set. Okay, the first column is the patient ID. So what I do is, sorry, I'll double click on column 1. So something will pop out like this. And then I'm going to give the column name as PID. And is it a numeric? It is a character variable and it is a nominal variable. And I click OK. So now I can type the data C001, okay, C002, C003. Okay, that's a nominal variable. Next is age. So I'll double click the second column and then it gives me an option to edit this, and this the column name is age. Data type is numeric. Is it a continuous or else ordinal? I can treat either way. I will treat this as a ordinal variable and then click OK. And this is 12, okay, 13. I'm just randomly inputting 14, age. And the next comes gender. Let's try this. Double click. This is gender. And then is it numeric? No, it is character. It is a nominal variable. Okay, I'll call it as female, female. Okay, and this is male, for example. I'm going to create height and weight variable as well. Double click, same. And then height, it's a numeric variable and it is a continuous variable. So I'll double click here, 59, 61, 55. I want to create another variable. Here comes height, after that weight. It's a numeric, continuous, click OK. Weight is 95, 123, and then 74. Just typing in the data. So one thing is verbatim. We'll also do verbatim. So we collected some unstructured data, verbatim, and then it is a character data. The same time it is unstructured text. Modeling type is unstructured text. I'll click OK. So here comes pain is one thing, and then breathing problem, and then cavity issue. So I can add any kind of unstructured text here. The simple reason that JUMP has capabilities to do unstructured data analysis, including sentiment analysis, creating word cloud, topic analysis. So you can also have your unstructured text also. And then comes siblings age, okay, siblings name. I'll call it as siblings age. And it is character multiple response. Okay, so I have two siblings. I will say what is the age? 45, comma 49. Okay, 12, comma 14. So this is how once you type in the data, go to file, click save, or else a shortcut is Control S, and then you can save it wherever you want. Desktop. This could be, what is that? Patient data. Okay, just type. Okay, so now your data set is created. This is one of the simplest ways. If you're starting your research, you create the data set. But most of us will have Excel data set. Okay, simple as that. This kind of data set we have. So you can also create, copy paste the data. The easiest way is, okay, I want to copy paste. I will ignore the headers there and I'll take copy here. I'll also right click, copy, and then I'll come here to jump. Okay, anyhow, I've created this. I'll create a new data table here. Instead of file, new, and there is a shortcut here. Click this new data table. So it will open. Click any of one column and then right click, paste. And then save this. So copy paste works, Control C, Control V also works in JUMP. Or else the problem is once you copy paste it, your headers you need to again type in. Okay, you have to type in the headers also. So that's a little bit of exercise, right? If you have multiple variables, the another way is instead of typing each of the headers, so what you can do is if you have installed JUMP on your local desktop, which all of you can go to, there is something called in the Excel, there is a add-in. So you can see this. There's something like JMP. So you select the entire data set, entire data, and then click here called transfer selection to JUMP data table. What it does is automatically converts that into a JUMP data set. Look at this. This is what has been created. So now in this case, it scans through the variables and then makes the best guess of what kind of variable, whether it's a continuous variable or categorical variables. You need not worry. JUMP does the best guess, but you can always right click and change, for example, age, column information, and then change it to ordinal variable. Okay, but JUMP makes a best guess. It scans through this, and then it has created the headers also. You can see the color of the variable here. By looking at the color only, you can say height is a continuous, weight is continuous, drug type is a categorical variable, right? So this is something, if you have Excel, it's damn easy to convert that into a JUMP data set. So what if you have multiple tabs? Okay, so in this case, you had only one tab here. So what if there are multiple tabs you want to import? You can always do that. File, open. Okay, look at this. With JUMP, you can import all these kind of data sets. Okay, data, if your data resides in Excel file, text files, PDF files, SPSS data, Teradata databases, HDFI data files, all this data can be imported. For example, if I'm looking at Excel file, I'll create, okay, show me all the Excel files on my desktop. So here is a data set institutes. I just have Excel import. I'll open that. So it gives me an option. Yeah, so this is the tab you're trying to, and this is the row column headers to start on row, number of rows with column headers. So all this functionalities will be there, and then you fine tune it and then say import. So your data set gets imported. Okay. If you have multiple tabs, you can concatenate them also. So it's so easy to download data set or import data set. Let's try to take another example of PDF, right? I've shared your PDF file. Let's try to import that. The PDF file is that NHA.pdf. We have a lot of health statistics with different countries. And also, if just example, think that I want to import the page number 25. Okay, 25 page number. So what I'll do is I'll go to jump file, open. Okay, so here is my PDF file. You can see nha.pdf. Open that. So now it gives me an option which page you are looking at. So you can extract anything here. So I'll come to page number 25 here. Okay. And then this is what I'm trying to import. So now it gives me an option. Hey, you want to import only this part or else the entire page. Okay. So, and then if you have multiple tables, you can concatenate, or else with matching columns, you can concatenate the tables with matching columns. Number of data tables, it says 5. You can choose page numbers, and you can import the data. It's so easy. So I'm not going to import this data. I'm just showing you. Um, you can choose and select, hey, I don't want only this part I need. It also selects this part. So it has the capability to import from PDF files as well. Okay, so moving ahead. So we did copy paste, we imported from Excel, we can also import from PDF. Okay, all those capabilities are there. So we did this, any Excel data set open in on your system and try to copy paste the values, import the Excel by choosing file, open, choose the path and click OK. So I did give you an example of medical data.xls. So try exploring different Excel data set, just file, open, choose the path. Okay, so once you import the data, you also need to export the analysis, right? Sometimes you perform a lot of statistical data analysis and you have to export the output also. So I'm going to show you in future, in next couple of slides, where you can export the output as a text, as an image, or a PDF, HTML, interactive HTML, RTF, Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Word. Okay, in any format you can export the output based on your requirement. You can also do one more thing is, you need not export until unless you are clear with what you want. You can also save the analysis as a script inside the data table also. That's something which I like, because unless I'm clear with what I'm trying to use it for my research, I don't want to export everything, right? So I don't want to export and make multiple copies and then store, make my database heavier. So at the same time, I don't want to send all the analysis to my supervisor or else my colleague, right? So I will save the analysis inside the data set. So entire data set along with the analysis, which I can share with my colleague. So either you export in this format. How to get that? There is an option here, file. You can see export any analysis which we are going to do it now. Either we can save it as a whatever format you want, or else you save it as a data script. So once we do the analysis, you'll come to know. Okay, so moving ahead. So there are two powerful things in JUMP. One is the red triangle, or we call it as hotspots, that are used throughout JUMP to access other commands. So it is all context based. No, you see a red triangle, it is context based on what data or what kind of analysis or which platform you are within JUMP. It gives you a lot of options. So it's context based and depends on the location of the red triangle selected also. And there's a right click option. So right click also gives you a lot of option. Again, it depends on the different regions or the graphs. For additional options you will get. So the options provided depend on the position of your cursor when you right click. If you're clicking on the graph, it gives you option to customize your layout, customize your color, all those options. But if you're putting into any of the analysis, it'll give you option of bootstrapping or as doing formatting of the column. So depending on the where is the cursor, if you right click, the options will change. So keep that in mind. Red triangle and right click are the two powerful things in JUMP which would help you to explore further. Okay, good to go. Okay, let's do a little bit of visualization. So we have the data, we onboarded the data, we're going to create a little bit of visualization now. Okay, so in with JUMP we can create lot many visualizations, and one of be it line graph, bar graph, pie, box plots, histograms, heat maps, geospatial maps, cell plots. So a lot of things can be created. Well, I'm not going to show you all those things today, but I will show you where it is available, how to create. We'll do a couple of them, and then you can take it further based on your requirements. You can, it's just a 3D approach. We call it as drag, drop, and discover. So JUMP is all about visualization and then powerful statistical data analysis. Let's start with a data visualization. Let's try to create some graphs by box plots, histograms, and try to analyze, make insights into the data or find out meaningful patterns from the data.